Adams has been involved in the community, serving as a volunteer coach at Northwood while attending NC State. He also volunteered at Service Raleigh through the Park Scholarship Program, was on the board of directors and collectors for Ned Compost, a nonprofit organization that collects compost using bicycles in Netherland, Colorado. Was a member of the Park Selection Committee, attended senior retreats as an alumnus to advise current Park Scholarship recipients, and is a current board member for the Boulder Disc Golf Club. Taylor Adams.
I just started a live stream.
Our next inductee is Josh Edwards. Josh is a 2007 graduate of Northwood and was a standout in both football and wrestling. A defensive end, Edwards holds the school record for sacks in a game with 11 and totaled 34 sacks his senior year. He was part of the first football team in Northwood history to make it to the third round of the state playoffs in 2006. He was an all-state selection in football and was one of the top-rated defensive ends in North Carolina in 2007. Edwards was known for his performance on the mat, where he was the 2007 2A state champion in the 215-pound weight class. His record during his final 2 years of high school was 87-8, including a 49-0 unbeaten season his senior year. Upon graduation from Northwood, Edwards attended NC Central University.
We're doing the Hall of Fame inductees right now, and then we'll have the chicken coop bingo coming up after that.
Never cut short and complete the job.
Enjoy this part of it.
I appreciate all that my coaches did for me to make me a better player and man. Edwards has volunteered previously at the Haw River Baptist Church Food Bank and is currently employed in his family's masonry and carpentry business. Josh Edwards. Our next inductee is J. Farrell III. Jay is a 1975 Northwood graduate who was a member of the 1974 and 1975 basketball team. Mr. Farrell was nominated for his 26 years of service as a member of the football chain crew. I enjoy being able to give back to the community, Farrell said, reflecting on his time on the Northwood sidelines. I follow the young athletes through youth sports and enjoy watching their journey in sports and academics. In addition to his service on the chain crew, Farrell is a member of the Pittsburgh Fire Department for 43 years, a member of the Pittsburgh Town Council, and a member of Masonic Lodge 102. Mr. Farrell is also a local business owner, acting as co-owner of Verley's Grill in Pittsburgh. Jay Farrell. Our next inductee is Stephanie Pierce Mindler. Stephanie is a 2001 graduate of Northwood High School. She was a member of the cross-country, basketball, and track and field teams. She was a three-sport athlete for all 4 years of high school. Pierce Mindler excelled in cross-country, where she was a two-time conference champion and runner of the year. She also placed in the regional race in the fall of 2000. Upon graduation, she attended Appalachian State University, where she graduated in 2005 with a degree in health promotions and exercise science. She planned on running cross-country while at Appalachian State, but an injury ended her collegiate career early. Pierce Midler is currently a part-time insurance travel agent while being a full-time stay-at-home mother. I made lifelong friendships with girls I played with since early childhood through recreational, middle, and high school. Pierce Mindler said, I also cherish the memories and lessons learned from the best, most dedicated coaches. Brian Harrington, Steve Thomas, and most importantly, Ronald Horton were such an impact on my life. Stephanie Pierce Mindler. Our next inductee is Maurice Perry. Maurice is a 1991 graduate who is a standout in track and field, football, and cross country. He holds the school records in the 110-meter hurdles, 300-meter hurdles, and high jump, and was a member of the 4x200 relay team. Perry was the 1991 state champion in the 300-meter hurdles. He was also Conference Player of the Year in track and field in 1991 and was all-conference in football that same year. Upon graduation from Northwood, Perry attended the University of North Carolina at Pembroke, where he was a two-time national qualifier in the 100-meter dash and long jump. He was also named the Carolina Conference MVP in track and field. Perry graduated with a business management degree in 1996 and is currently employed as an implementation conversion manager with Fidelity National Information Services. Mr. Perry has also been heavily active in his community through Habitat for Humanity, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, and Incorporated Community Engagement. Athletics at Northwood were the culmination of lessons learned throughout my youth in organized and community sports, Perry said when describing his time at Northwood. I learned the importance of teamwork and trusting the individual next to you to handle their responsibilities as they entrust you to do the same. Leaving everything on the field, track, and living with the results. One of the most important lessons I took from my time at Northwood was friendships. We bonded together for a common goal, regardless of race, color, creed, social, or economic differences. Maurice Perry. Our next inductee is David Stevens. David Stevens was a 2001 graduate of Northwood High School, where he was a member of the men's basketball team and football team. The 6'5" Stevens was quite a presence on the football team as a defensive end. He was selected to the all-conference team his junior and senior year. On the basketball court is where Stevens made his name known throughout the state. He was selected as the West's most outstanding player during the 2000 state championship, scoring 30 points and pulling down 16 rebounds in the contest. He shot 11 for 14 from the field and 8 for 10 from the free throw line and achieving his point total. For his career, he averaged 17 points and 15 rebounds per game. He went on to attend Southwest Missouri State, which was a junior college at the time. Following his stint at Southwest Missouri State, Stevens attended Tarleton State in Texas, where he earned a degree in business. Stevens coached numerous AAU teams and also coached at Stevensville High School in Texas. That was my starting point, and it paved the way for me to pursue basketball at another level, Stevens said when looking back at his career at Northwood. It gave me the confidence I needed to maintain the mental energy throughout my career. I feel like Coach Pappas was the first person to introduce me to basketball and share his knowledge. He put me on the right path to pursue my future career. His expertise and knowledge shaped me into the player and man that I am today. David Stevens. Our next induction is the 2000 men's basketball team. The 2000 men's team was the first team in Northwood High School to make it to the state championship game. They finished as the runner-up after a heartbreaking 68-66 loss to Whiteville. The Chargers stormed into the state championship that season, winning 22 straight games after a December 19, 1999 loss to Chapel Hill, 68-57. Their 22 straight victories were won by an average of 24 points, and only twice all season did they win by less than 10 points. In coaching, you get lucky and get one of those teams where everything gels, Coach Pappas said when reflecting on his team. When I think about their parents, the kids, you talk about a group, unless they fooled me, that really liked each other. They really liked spending time with each other. Their families were supportive of what we were doing, and everyone was on board, from the administration to the school and the community. They were a classy group. They went into every game and did what I asked. A lot of times the practices were better than the games because we had 12 to 13 guys that could really play. I think the guys we had on the bench would have finished second in the conference if we created another team. It was really a special time. I remember we had a really great dinner at a local church during the state championship week, and parents did everything they could to make it an easy week for us. All of the guys have moved on and had families of their own. They are all doing really well. I was blessed to be the recipient of really good guys to play for me. My manager left me a note and said one time I needed to sit my tail down and just let the boys play. He was basically saying, don't do anything to mess this thing up. All of the guys sacrificed. They all carried the water cooler, they all carried the bags, and I had great assistance. It was really a dream team. The members of the 99-2000 team were Avon Seymour, Ezra Swan, Joe Scroggs, Ron Williams, Doug Brooks, Tony Rogers, Rod Edwards, Daniel Smith, Justin Phillips, Lamar Reeves, Justin Massey, Rayshawn Reeves, Ryan Valente, David Stevens, and Simon Austin. The head coach was Jim Pappas, assisted by Jarek Hedrick, Mike Bray, Andrew France, Darren Price, manager Mario Skurlock. Statisticians Alicia Bynum and Cynthia Strickland. The 2000 men's basketball team.
Right here.
Our last inductee tonight is Austin Bryce. Austin is a 2010 graduate of Northwood High School, where he excelled on the soccer and baseball fields. Bryce was instrumental in the soccer team's 2009 state championship runner-up team. He was a 2009 and 2010 all-conference selection for his accomplishments in soccer. On the baseball diamond is where Bryce was a force. He won 63 games in 4 years on the mound. His senior year, he struck out 76 batters in just 41 innings pitched. He also doubled as a stellar hitter, posting a career .385 batting average that included 10 home runs. His electric arm, which reached speeds of over 90 miles an hour in high school, caught the attention of many colleges and scouts. That led to Bryce being selected in the 9th round of the 2010 Major League Baseball draft by the Miami Marlins. He originally committed to play baseball at Appalachian State, but decided to pursue his dream of playing Major League Baseball instead.
You all
He was called up to the majors for the first time on August 9th, 2016, and made his debut in a game against the Chicago White Sox. Born in Hong Kong on June 19, 1992, Bryce became the first Hong Kong-born player to appear in the majors. In 2017, Bryce was traded from the Marlins to the Cincinnati Reds, and just a couple of years later was claimed off of waivers by the Marlins in February of 2019. On January 10, 2020, Bryce was traded to the Boston Red Sox, where he is currently a member of the AAA affiliate organization, the Worcester Red Sox. He made 13 appearances with Boston in 2021, where he had a 6.59 ERA and 12 strikeouts and 13.2 innings pitched.
Inductees. We got the team picture. We love you guys, but we just want the inductees.
When asked to describe his
You guys can be right there.
I used to watch him play and wanted to
Yeah, just the inductees, just the individuals.
Coach Parks was great at getting all of us out there and pushing our names to college coaches and scouts. He really
just get together.
Scouts come in to see me play and eventually being drafted. And on the soccer field, how many times did you get to go to a state championship?
All right. Everybody right here on 3. 1, 2.